I don't know if you've ever suffered rejection, but it is extremely painful. Most of us will try to avoid it at all cost. I know that was true for me, particularly when I was younger. I just stayed away from it. I find myself even when I'm older, I'll back away. Today in our devotional, we find that we fast forward from Exodus all the way to Acts chapter 7, which just happens to be where our Sunday morning sermons have been. So we're tying the Sunday school and the preaching together here in this devotional. We have Stephen giving his defense before the Sanhedrin. He has been accused of blaspheming Moses and the temple, and now he is defending this right here. And this is what he says in Acts 7:35. This Moses whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge? This same did God send to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hands of the angel which appeared to him in the bush. And so he is telling them, look, you refuse Moses, and he's going to go on to say, you also in like fashion refuse Jesus. And so in verses 51 through 53, he covers this and he makes the parallel. You refused Moses, you refused Jesus. This reminds us of Matthew 21:33 through, you can go all the way to 46, but really to 40. And here we have the parable of the tenants or the wicked husbandman. And so in this parable, Jesus says that there's a guy that created a vineyard and he went away and he put some tenants in charge. And when he sent individuals to check on the harvest, they killed him. So then finally he sends his son, and the tenants say, if we kill the son, then we'll get the inheritance. And Jesus is saying, this is exactly what you've done. You've killed the prophets, rejected them, and eventually you'll reject my son, in that case himself. And so you see that parallel right there. As you go on in this devotional, we read in verse 37 that Stephen is quoting Deuteronomy 18:15. It says, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you, like unto your brethren, like unto me, you shall hear him. And so he's saying, you need to hear this prophet. You need to hear Jesus. Today seems to be a lot of people talking and very few people listening. Everyone seems to really have their guard up. And truth doesn't seem to have a place today. Just like Stephen, in his defense, they had already made up their mind. But I want to say that the Holy Spirit was going to have its work anyway. Those people might have had a really hard heart, but the revival that was going to follow was going to be so explosive that it was going to send the disciples throughout the entire known world to where they would say, are these the ones that turned the world upside down? And so as you see Stephen looking back into the past and really getting an amazing vantage point, let us not only look back, but let us look forward as we have this documented to know that God is going to do something magnificent. We can be polarized on what's happening right now, but I want to tell you that God is outside of time. He's eternal. He's not bound by time. Let us harness the power of God that we might let God work in and through us. Question here that he asked, and I love it, is can we be as courageous as Stephen to warn people not to reject Jesus? We need to be courageous in this time period, knowing where we've come from and where we're going, and invite people to come along in this journey. May God bless you. Have a great day.